Ed, the rate is currently 5.25%. What's the expectation?
They've held it. I can tell you, it's just come through. They've left it on hold. This is totally in line with expectations. No one was expecting a change today. So 5.25% is where it stays. We're going to see, I guess, in a moment, which members of the committee, because what you have is you have 9 members of the Monetary Policy Committee. They vote on this decision. The interesting thing last time around, Wolf, was that there was a 3-way split. So one of the members, Swati Dhingra, voted for a cut. That was a big moment because it was the first time any of the members had voted for a cut. Then you had 2 members voting for an increase, and then the rest of the committee voting to leave things on hold. So the question this time around, and we're going to see this kind of coming through in just a moment. Actually, look, I can tell you, it was an 8-1 majority to leave interest rates on hold. And that one member preferred to reduce interest rates by 0.25%. So the 2 members who were previously voting for a rise in interest rates are no longer voting for that rise. So that's, in this kind of Kremlinology of looking at all of these decisions, looking at the statements, looking at what they're saying, looking at the votes and trying to get a sense of where they're heading. That is quite significant because you had 2 people who were pushing up. They're no longer pushing up. And actually, quite a few economists thought that the split might have stayed the same this time around. So in the scheme of things, that is what economists would call dovish. It suggests that they're kind of looking towards downwards rather than upwards.
And interestingly, they've done that while the inflation rate that we got earlier this week, which has continued to fall, was still quite a long way above the Bank of England's inflation target. They were seen as hawks that like to keep rates high. Even though the inflation rate's 3.4%, the target's 2%, they've already removed that sort of impetus to put rates further higher.
Yeah, they have. And so we had the inflation number yesterday. It was 3.4% rather than 3.5%, still above, as you say, the Bank of England's target, which is 2%. But even the bank itself thinks that those inflation numbers are going to come down. It's going to get towards 2% quite soon. But what's going to be interesting is just seeing, first of all, what kind of hints we get from the bank about when they are likely to cut. That's the question. The question right now is not, whether it's going to be up or down. The question is, when are they going to cut? And if you look at interest, actually, we can show you a chart of the rates as they've gone recently. If you look at where they are right now, 5.25%, a lot of economists think maybe it's going to be, outside chance of May, which is obviously the next meeting, but probably more likely to be August.